Hello students, I am Mohammad Asim. In last lecture we finished variations of O-level mathematics. Today we are going to start another topic name is subject of the formula. What is this topic is, see, I am taking one example. In order to understand this topic, see this example. A is equals to H 4m plus 1, and the question is express m in terms of A and H. Solution. In this case, A is the subject of formula. A is equals to H into 4m plus 1. The requirement is to make m is the subject of the formula. M in terms of A and H, we have to make m as the subject of the formula. So A is equals to H multiplied by 4m, 4hm plus H multiplied by 1, something multiplied by 1 is always something. H multiplied by 1 is H. Now, shift H on other side becomes minus H, 4hm. A minus H, this 4h is multiply, this should divide on other side, 4h is equals to m. How we can say that our requirement has fulfilled? What is the requirement? Express m in terms of A and H. Our requirement is to make m as the subject. Make m as the subject means there is no exponent of m instead of 1. There is no exponent of m instead of 1. There is no denominator. Now, see carefully. The coefficient of m is 1. The exponent of m is 1. The denominator of m is 1. Because if we don't see any number, it means there is always 1. Hence, our requirement has fulfilled. M is the subject of formula. This is our answer. See another example. S is equals to RV upon 3V minus 1. And the question is, express V in terms of R and S. Solution. Express V in terms of R and S means make V as the subject of formula. This 3V minus 1 is divide. This should multiply by S. RV. Multiply S by 3V, it will become 3SV. Multiply S by 1, S, because something multiplied by 1 is always something. Hence, S multiplied by 1 is S, is equals to RV. Now, collect all V's aside. Means 3SV, this RV shift on this side becomes minus RV, this minus S shift on this side becomes plus S. Take V as common from both the terms, so 3S minus R is equals to S. This 3s minus r is multiplied. this should divide on other side. V is equals to S upon 3S minus R. Now, is there any coefficient of V instead of 1? No. Is there any exponent of V instead of 1? No. Is there any denominator of V instead of 1? No. Hence, our requirement has fulfilled. V becomes the subject of the formula. Okay. Now, I am directly starting past papers questions because this is very easy topic. Past papers questions means questions from paper math paper 1. We have do many questions of this topic, then you will be fully understand. Now, part A, or you can say question number 1. F is equals to mv minus mu upon t. Bracket letter means the target. Our target is to make m is the subject of the formula. Okay, solve. This t is divide, this should multiply. Ft is equals to, what is common? M. What is remaining? V minus u. This V minus u is multiply, this should divide on other side. Our requirement has fulfilled. Why? Because there is no coefficient, no exponent and no denominator of m. Therefore, m is the subject of the formula. See another question 2. C is equals to 5 upon 9 f minus 32, and the target is to make f as the subject of the formula. Very easy. This 9 is multiplied by C, 9C, and 5 multiplied by f is 5f. 5 multiplied by 32 is 160. 9C, shift this minus 160 on other side, it will become plus 160. 5f. 5 is multiply over here, this should multiply on other side. 9c plus 160 upon 5 is equals to f. Hence, f becomes a subject of the formula because there is no coefficient, exponent and denominator. Okay. Move to other questions. I hope you are seeing that, you are feeling that questions are very easy of this topic. Actually, O-level maths is very easy. You can easily get distinction. And if you are attending my lectures, there is no tuition. You will not taking any tuition or any tuition or any kind of home tuition or coaching center as well. Part C. S is equals to N A plus L upon 2, and the target is to make L is the subject of the formula. Solution. This 2 is divide, this should multiply. 2s is equals to n multiplied by a is an, n multiplied by l is ln. Now 2s, shift this an to other side, becomes minus an is equals to ln. 2s minus an upon n is equals to L. Our requirement has fulfilled. L has become the subject of the formula. This is question number 3. Question number 4 is C is equals to 2D plus 1 upon 3D minus 1, and the target is to make D as the subject of the formula. C 3D minus 1 is divide. This should multiply. C into 3D is 3CD. C into 1 is C. 2D plus 1. 3CD. This 2D shift on this side. This minus C shift on this side. 1 plus C. Take D as common. What is remaining? 3C. What is remaining? 2. 1 plus C. D is equals to 1 plus C. This 3C minus 2 is multiply over here. This should divide on other side. And the requirement has fulfilled. Why? Because D has no coefficient, no exponent, no denominator. Therefore, we are able to say that D becomes a subject of the formula. Next, question number 5. I hope you understand both the questions. See, question number 5 is A is equals to 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h, and the target is to make h as the subject of the given formula. Very, very easy. Solution. A, this 2 pi r square shift to other side becomes minus 2 pi r square, and A minus 2 pi r square. This 2 pi r is multiply over here. This should divide on other side. 2 pi r is equals to h. Our requirement has fulfilled. There is no coefficient, exponent and denominator of h. This is our answer. See question number 6. C is equals to k square plus h square upon h k. In this case, we have to make k is the subject of the formula. Solution. This h is divide. This should multiply by c. Ch. K square plus h square. Ch. This h square shift on this side becomes minus h square. Sorry. K square. This is k square. So this is not the subject of the formula, because subject of the formula means there is no exponent, no coefficient, no denominator. So we move this square to other side by taking square root on both sides. You know, whenever we take squaring on both sides, we should place plus minus sign. Now, we are able to say that k becomes the subject of the formula because there is no coefficient, no exponent and no denominator. This is our answer. Next question. I hope you understand both the parts. Seven. A is equals to pi r square plus pi rl, and the target is to make L as the subject of the formula. Solution. A minus pi r square is equals to pi rl. What we did? Shift this pi r square to other side, it becomes minus pi r square. A minus pi r square, this pi r is multiply, this should divide by whole on other side. Our requirement has fulfilled because there is no coefficient, no exponent and no denominator. See question number 8. Question number 8 is h is equals to 3u square over 8g, and the target is to make u as the subject of the formula. Solution. 8g is divided, this should multiply, 8hg is equals to 3u square. This 3 is multiply, this should divide on other side, 8hg upon 3 is equals to u square. Our requirement has not fulfilled because for making subject of the formula there is no coefficient, no exponent and no denominator. So this is square. To eliminate this square we have to take square root on both sides. 8hg upon 3. Whenever we take squaring on both sides we should place plus minus sign, and square root of u square is u. Now our requirement has fulfilled, u becomes the subject of the formula. This is our final answer. C. Another question, question number 9. What is question number 9? V is equals to u plus ft over m, and the target is to make t as the subject of the formula. It's very easy. Solution. First, shift u on other side becomes minus u. The second step is this m is divide, this should multiply on the other side, so m v minus u is equals to ft, and finally f is multiply, this should divide on other side, so mv minus mu upon f is equals to t. Now our requirement has fulfilled. T has no coefficient, no exponent, no denominator. This is our answer. See question number 10. Question number 10 is S is equals to 3D W minus D upon G square root, whole square root. And we have to make W as the subject of formula. In order to make W as the subject of the formula, first we have to eliminate this square root, because without eliminating this square root we cannot make W as a subject. So first we have to take squaring on both sides. S square is equals to 3D W minus D G whole square. So this becomes S square. Square or root cancel each other. The remaining is 3D W minus D upon G. This G is divided, this should multiply. GS square is equals to 3DW and 3D into D, 3D square. Now gs square, shift this minus 3d square on other side, becomes plus 3d square is equals to 3dw, and gs square plus 3d square upon this 3d is multiply, this should divide on other side, 3d is equals to w. Our requirement has fulfilled. Why? Because there is no coefficient, exponent and denominator of w. Now see question number 11. I hope you understand. This is very interesting part. Okay, now we are moving towards question number 11. Question number 11 is 1 upon u plus 1 upon v is equals to 1 upon f, and the target is to make v as the subject of the formula. Very easy. First, shift 1 upon u on other side. 1 upon f minus 1 upon u. Now, take u and f LCM. This will become u, this will become f. Now, cross multiply. 1 multiply by uf and v multiply by u minus f. 1 multiply by something is always something, uf, and this u minus f is multiply, this should divide. Hence, v becomes the subject of the formula. Very easy. The key point is to take the LCM, u and f. There are other ways to make the subject, but these are the easiest way. I hope you understand this topic. This topic has finished. There is nothing left, and we have done almost all the questions from 1990s, 95, 96 to 2018. All questions I took from paper 1. Kindly do practice more and more and more. We will start another interesting topic of O-level mathematics in our next lecture. Student, kindly subscribe my channel, press the bell icon button and like my videos and share my videos to other your school friends as well. Okay student, see you in next class.